Hello and welcome back. Right, we have got lots of mowing to do, so let's get cracking. Let's get the little John Deere, and it is an awful long way to run from down there. It seems it's quite a long field, this is. Right, let's get cracking. I also do know I have done my homework, and we do get paid of sorts. We get paid in energy, so yes, we do still get paid. We just don't get paid for our bales because they're already owned by the BGA. That's ours. So yeah, it is money. It gets paid on the hour. So we don't very often speed time because we're on seasons. So always, as I said a few times, an hour is actually a day and a quarter, I think it is. So yeah, time is sort of not as material. Right, we need to create a new course. Yes, we are going to be busy this. Oh, actually, no, we don't. So that looks very much like. Let's have a look at the lines. I'm going to turn the lines on. I must have done this thinking about it, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay. No, lines. Have you lost all waypoints? Okay. Let's just see, that looks too big. Yeah, it is. It's wrong. Yeah, it is. I think that's the windrower course. Right, so we need to create a new course. Create job. Field. Generate 6.8 meters. I wonder why it does do 6.8. It's supposed to be 6.2. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong course. Excellent. And start. Let's see if it's going to the right one. Yes, it is going in the right direction. Save course. Activate. 43. Oh, 6.2. We're going to keep it as it's supposed to be. Oh, it did already create it. Okay. Right, windrower. I'm going to start the windrower. No, it needs to have done it at least 2 sort of times around. Now then, I think we need to start. I'm going to go with what I said. I am going to shift, or at least start to move some equipment, so that we can do. Let's grab that and let's drop that down for a minute. Yes, I'm loving this Productions one. I'm loving this particular BGA. It actually accepts straw, so that is definitely a bonus. Oh, that's that tree. Hang on a minute. Where has our... Oh, it's there. I thought he'd gone off the map. Right, so let's go get some stuff. Yes, I am going to be waiting on what people say about whether we do. I seriously think it is a good idea, truly do, that we do shift down this end with some nicer fields going forwards. But for now, I shall leave it, and I would like some comments from subscribers and viewers. Truly would very much appreciate it. As I keep saying, I do consider this our Let's Play. It's a creative work, and it's not just for me, so I like to ask for your input. Right. Let's grab a couple of pieces. Let's see if I stick the adapter on. I could, if we've got any small bits like the windrower, grab a couple of pieces at a time. Yeah. I don't miss that field. I don't. It's such a strange shape. I do miss them all in a way, but what I mean is, it's strange. It's only sometimes when you look back at something that you realise the problems that you have, and you sometimes see it more objectively when you remove yourself from the not the problem, 'cause it wasn't a problem, but yeah, when you start to look at other things, you realise, yeah, it really was quite tricky. Certain bits of it. Right. Let's see what else. Can we leave that for now? Of course, we would have to remove some of our mods. Right. Cultivator, that's a point. Cultivator. And then are we... Yeah, will this tip us up if we take that front box as well? No, we can do that. Right, by the time we get back, I would imagine we should probably be able to set the windrow going. I would say. I'm trying to think who would be the best. Would be really us, because we can set the baler going almost instantly straight hot on its heels. They will invariably catch up with one another and crash into one another. It is the name of the game when you've got multiple things on the course, and as much in an ideal world it would be nice to do one job at a time, but in reality, because this is a recording session, you've got to like juggle a little. You have. That's why I try and keep my eye on the workers a little bit, not solely on my jobs, which is why sometimes I jump straight to it. I do keep my eye on the workers even as I'm doing the task, so as I can grab them when they fall over, as you've noticed. Although that doesn't mean to say that I notice it all of the time. There are times when your attention's, or you're at the other end of the field and you can't see it, so yeah. No one's that good, but I do my best. It is, one of those things you've got to do. I've really been looking forward to this session, truthfully have. I am going to time-lapse it because we have got a lot to do, but I thought I'd have a bit of a chat on everything. I'd like to improve this as well, but obviously money again, all spare money is it's still a bit rough. Right, let's stick. I only want to stick the front box though, I don't want to stick... I would like the adapter because we can grab a couple of things at a time. Ooh. I don't try and knock the shed down. I always forget how long this is. Right. I'm not going to. I was going to say I'll use the big one. It makes sense in some ways, but it's very clumsy. It truly is. It's a powerhouse. It isn't really meant for fine work. Right, let's grab the windrow with this. Makes more sense. And then we can start with the bale king, as I dub it, the traction king, as it is really. Just so as you know, I've not gone mad. Right, okay, I think we're sticking out a bit. Yeah, that's made that field a little bit better. Right, so this is 43. Did we create... We did redo it. Activate. Does seem to go past the new buildings. Let's have a look. The real test would be how close it is to that shed. I'm sure when I looked at how we placed the shed that it was precisely, yeah, it does miss it just. We shall see though. Oh, wait, slightly in the way. It's going to knock that out of the way, I think. Let's imagine it's going to, yeah. Ooh, we're going to clock that. Oh no, smash it. I do love it when a plan comes together. It's very infrequent. Right, let's set this going instantly. In fact, let's do this. Yes, I'm going to do this. Keep my eyes on the things. We can always set the... I will load the course, though. I will, in case I need to zip off. Clear 43. Clear, load, activate. We should do it ourselves to begin with. Yes, I'm looking forward to this. I truly am. Just having a production on this Let's Play is a first for us. Truly. Yeah, I'm hoping this turns us around a little bit. We have sunk an awful lot of money into this, but I'm seriously... Yeah. I think it's a very good way of generating income, especially with having the production as well. Because we have... This is the hard economy, the only Let's Play I now have got on hard economy, because it is an absolute, it does stunt growth, I found, but I'm not going to change the rules as we are this far through. But yeah, I'm going to try to work with the rules as best I can to try to generate as much income as possible. Anyway, I am going to say my words. To Boyd's Tears, we've spoken about all that we need to speak about, so I'm going to say my words. See you guys and girls on the other side. Right, that is that done, I think. Let's have a look at the fertilisation state. Now we did, yeah, let's get rid of the needs alarm because we did that last time. And we know it needs rolling. Yeah, that one does. I knew I was missing that one, and mulched is not really, yeah, relevant for grass work. Right, yeah, that is. There's only 2 tiny little spots. No, it's got a couple of little tiny triangles, but we are double fertilised, ready for next time. How many bales did we do this session? I'm intrigued to know. The money is going up on the hour, as it should do. How many bales? Wow, 39 bales in this session. That's phenomenal. And all hours. Nobody else's. Right. What we're going to do though is we are going to speed time up. We've fertilised, we've done everything. I'd like to have a bit of fun now. I'd like to see this go the other way. The one thing I would say is we need to see, yeah, digestate. We are going to need to grab a trailer. I have loaded a couple in. But it's much of a muchness. Yeah, I'm seriously still unsure as to how much digestate. 6,000. Right, we're going to literally sleep through until tomorrow morning. And let me just remind myself of what we did have on special this morning. Oh yeah, I do remember. Wow, that Rudolph is very good, but we don't need anything. I remember saying that as well. Right, let's sleep through till morning. Shifted some of the stuff across. Let's get into the late time of the year. I think Giants have fixed that when he changed the time now. I think either that or it's just a random glitch, but it did seem to be every time he changed the time it did where it goes wrong, and it was predictably so, but now not so much. Right, oh wow, that Gordon Bennett, 30 odd grand. Smashing. Wow, 33 tons of digestate as well. That is phenomenal. Right, we need to be sleeping through, and on the day that the grass is ready should be the day that everything's ready. Let's look at what's Rossum. Yeah, a little bit out of our... Oh no, it's not. It isn't actually now, is it? I'm being silly. For 12.2. But to be honest, yeah, we can buy another 8 for a snippet of that. So yeah, I'm going to give it a miss, and we're going to sleep through till tomorrow. No more money though coming through this time. No silage in the hopper, so no more money from that. Still brilliant. That's more than most of our harvests anyway, traditionally. But of course, I know we're not doing baling contracts because we're doing our own. We'll go and check how the silage bales are doing. Is it raining every morning now? Second growth stage. How much? I think it's. I'm sure it's 3 days. I'm sure it is. It should be 60 odd %. Oh, I forget. Doesn't like it. 62%. Yes, absolutely. Yes, our poor bale trailer is not presently that much use, but I think it will be now. Going to the bigger field and ferrying them one slab at a time. I also made a couple of mistakes. I've got 1.5 and 1.4. I wasn't counting properly. I wasn't paying attention. Right, anyway, one more sleep. Ooh, no. 3 metre. No, we can do better than that. Even new. With a different mod, of course. different, yeah. Oh wait, no, it's a modded one, yeah. But of course, the other thing is we've got the special seed box. Right. Smash it. Ah, I thought that was third growth stage. It's only second. Oh, of course it is, it doesn't grow. Yes, that's our last cut. Oh wow. The little Avant. It's cheap already. Would it be useful? Little tiny telehandler. Yeah, I know it's only 500 kilograms, although you can go above it, but yeah, it's not meant. Of course, it's not meant. I'm gonna say, is it any use to us though? Really? No, not truthfully. If it was a proper telehandler, I would consider it. It would be very useful. Even this late stage of the let's play. Now then, our bales should be ready, I think, in a couple of hours. I think it's usually a couple of hours on from when you on your third day. I think I'm never quite ready. Yeah, well, I don't know why that is. Right, oh I do, yeah, because it's not exactly 3 days, it'll be in an hour or so, won't it? Right, let's speed time up. And we'll keep our eye on the silage. See what time it flips. 97, it does take an age. 10 o'clock, that means the second field will be even later by about an hour or so, I would imagine. 99%. Gordon Bennett, that took a while. Right, I'm going to leave it till 1 for the other field, and then we're going to start shifting them. Stick them on our, and we do need to. I don't think I'm going to get the digestate. I'm going to leave this to ferment, and we're going to grab a tanker. I'm going to go as big as possible because of, yeah. Don't want it to be shifting it in little 5-ton increments if we've got 50 tons of digestate, which, like, oh, what am I doing? Do you know, I don't know if I get carried away. Right, okay, John Deere. Now, the John Deere, that was quite, I enjoyed that. It was a completely different physics from the, I will spit my words out, from the Fendt GT. It really was, because it's got the longer quick. Its weight balances, it could do with a bigger weight, but it's quite an advantage in a way having the longer one. But you've got to tilt your bales back so the centre of gravity is waved back. Right, let's drag that. Let's fold that and grab that off the field and take it back. Yeah, let's twiddle it around. It's too nasty an angle. Not sure if it will like this uneven ground. They're a bit funny, these that are with turning. Yeah, not a very powerful engine, which you wouldn't expect, really. Yeah, so this now won't grow. That is the last growth stage. It has got November as the last growth. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to let it start to grow. I think it's April when it's fully grown now. It gets one growth stage in March, I think, and then it will get its final growth stage just in time for us to cut in April. I think. I'm sure that's how it works. Right, so we're fully fertilised though, and it did grow one more time after the cut. So yeah, I'm not sure. Traction king moving my way. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to stick this down the other end. Yeah, in fact, we'll stick that in the little shed. Makes sense. I like that, it's just handy. We still need more sheds, if I'm honest. We really do. It's not quite. Front box, if we're in grasswork for a bit, that's going to be the thing we don't need. Also, I suppose, yeah, thinking about it, oh, I did think of something as well. I think the porch could actually go, the small one could actually go on the BGA itself, the round thingy. I'd have to be a little bit creative, but I think it would work. Right. Yeah, bale trailer. Let's go grab the far lot first. No, actually we won't. We'll grab the, because I was just thinking this end is definitely done. Mind you know they both will be now. Went well over with the time, didn't it? That was very silly of me. No, wrong angle. Trailer's always been funny about that angle. Right. I do love this trailer. I've come to love it. Now I know it's little foibles. It's little, yeah. Now then, I think for this field though, we will literally grab them slab at a time. Makes more sense. Yeah, this might not be an advantage for this because of its length. Actually, it may be better with a fence. I've got to be very careful with the centre of gravity on this. These low, really low. do love the physics on this game. It's absolutely tremendous. Yes, I had this at one point literally balanced in the air. It wouldn't go either way. It'll make for quite... wow. Yes, it'll make for quite interesting viewing, that, a dancing tractor. But it wouldn't go either way. It was just stuck up in the air, and I was like, are you going to drop? I was trying to go down and up, and I thought, this... you couldn't do that if you tried. You could... but yeah, we did. We managed it. We had a dancing tractor. No, I think this is the big one. Yeah, this is the 5er. We might have to sort of partially sort of drag them on the ground in a way, because I don't think we'll be able to lift them properly. No, it can sort of slightly, yeah. It's dancing a bit on the back, but I like the capacity on this. Yeah, I'd be intrigued. We're going to sleep through the winter and see what our total is after this. I want to have a bit of fun as well, to see... I know how good this is on normal economy. Boy, does it kick out some... between this and the slurry yard, Gordon Bennett, absolutely. We're of course on hard, so our growth even with this is still not what it would be on normal, but we will notice a difference from our standard traditional harvest as it was. We will really already. Well, we're already actually higher than we would be normally, even with all of our fields produce. We would have sold it in November, and usually I think 30 to 40 was the best we've ever done on traditional farming. We've already beaten that and spent a fortune on... mind you, we did sink all of our fields into it, so yeah, it's not quite that cut and dry, but what I'm trying to say is we should see serious money from the energy we're selling. I don't know what we need to do about the methane and that. Yeah, there's a little... I did do some digging, but it was more about the payout that we get. We get it out on the hour for the energy. Instead of being paid for bales, you get paid for the energy that you are producing. Oh, did I move 2 5s? Wow, it's very good. Wow, it's very sloppy workmanship. Pay attention, Mr. Smith. Yeah. Wow, it's really low as well. I think that, yeah, we'll fill the thing that with this set. I don't think they'll all get digested. They won't all fill the hopper. Might get a couple in. We shall see. Why will you not let go? It's doing something weird. Have I? No, I didn't. Bizarre. No, none. Ah, filled the hopper. Right, this is gonna... yeah, it's gonna take some months of digesting. That I know from my... I've been on Greenland's, the map. I've done a nuclear let's play, but I actually do love the map. It's really fantastic. It really is. And we've done normal economy, and I couldn't believe the turnaround from how awful. It was the worst set of equipment that I've ever started with. And like most of the maps, it's broken. All of them needed cultivating. But this time I thought, I'm not going to cultivate the whole map. So I cultivated 5 or 6 fields in the surrounding area where we work. And it is funny, but it did kickstart the economy for the whole map. Actually, it was as if once you start working on contracts, as if the AI matches you then, and it did, and basically the whole map woke up. It was quite interesting, but one thing is a little bit... it's strange. Obviously I had an awful lot of views because there's not many people who've done any kind of let's play on Greenlands because it's such a new map. But yeah, it's strange really when you consider the most boring episodes are always the very first ones, and yet you seem to get loads of people who have never viewed before, and I always think it's quite a shame really, because you're never at your best on your first couple of episodes. You've got to build up. I mean, actually this was a very interesting start, but the first episode was a bit weird because I was a little bit excited about the map. I was running around like a mad thing, But yeah, after that, it's even the buying of the farmyard. I loved the yard on this. It was amazing. No, I mean, also I think it's good to shake things up. I do think there's a certain thing about having things the same, but there's also all of us, we all like a bit of a change as well, I think. I don't think, yeah, but just seeing the same things, I mean, that's why I started to pay attention about the contracts. I thought, yeah, you're dragging people through the same contracts every single sort of couple of sessions. You've got to pack doing that in. People, you know, people want to see. That's another thing. I thought, come down this end. It's new fields. It's something new for us to look at. New sets of fields, new experience down this end. Same map, but we don't see all the fields. We're going to get intimate with these fields, and they are nicer fields. That's why I really would love to move down it. But if we do, well, then we need to be making proper farmyards like this with some efforts to sheds and things like that. Definitely. I think, but again, I am waiting for comments. I'm not just going to dive ahead as if like I'm not really interested in people's comments, because I am. I really am. Right, if I stick this on this side, so I am sort of holding off from acting. I mean, the shed will still do there anyway for storing grass work equipment. If we were going to go back up the top end, we could store the grass equipment down this end, because it makes sense if we're having some grass fields. But if we were coming down this end, I'd probably convert this not to a grass field and just keep 43 as the grass field, I think, and have this as our first arable, I reckon. In time, but I'd like to do us proud. I want to see how well we do through this, through the winter, what sort of payout we get, and for digestate, although the digestate would be probably next session, I would think. I don't think we'll get that. But we will look at trailers at the end of this one. It's been quite a long session. Now then, there's one thing I love about the slabs, it doesn't do that funny thing with the weight that the other used to do. That should actually work perfectly with those two odd ones. Yeah, because we all know this was very unstable when you put single bales on the first couple, whether you did it at the back end, unless you went at the very end and did it equally on both sides. That was the only time we could ever get this to work, when it's not got a tractor on it. But yeah, with these slabs, it's a completely different proposition. It works quite nicely. Now then, we need to keep this low. They need to fall backwards a bit. Yeah, I called the you would have laughed. I called the extractor, the excavator on one session. I was looking in editing and I thought, the excavator? Talk about confusing people. Yes, I renamed it. I did correct it the next time. I did apologise to everyone. Say, I meant the extractor, not the excavator. Oh, I don't know. Surprising when you are either tired or concentrating on two things, how you're not as completely with it as, yeah, the amount of silly mistakes you make when you're talking. It's a bit, yeah, it's not very nice. We're going to chuck a couple of straps on there, it's not nice. That back one. Right. 2 more slabs. What we'll do is we'll keep the slabs on until we need to. We'll drag this in front of the. That's the point. We'll see if actually we'll take it from a bale trailer. See if it's too high, or whether if we leave it on the bit over winter, whether it will actually grab them off the bale trailer. Ooh, it's a bit. trailers don't like touching each other. They do really weird things. I still say they are such a strange thing on this. Not like real bales in real life. They really have got especially when they've got wrap on as well. Whoa, I always forget how bad the brakes are on this one. It's the only disadvantage to this. Yeah, we need to drag the fuel canister down as well. Whoa. Not this session, I might add, but yeah, definitely need to. Right, straighten up on this one, it's a bit. Whoa. Right, last one. Wow, we did well. Well chuffed. Shall see. Yeah, we're going to speed up time. See how well we do on the actual just the silage. I'm going to top up the digestate next session. We will grab the digestate and the tanker. I think we'll get a dolly and a proper trailer if we earn enough from this, because we've got to think long term. Now then, not sure how well. Mind you, for pulling, little tractors are fine. It's usually the tougher work. Yeah, it's amazing the amount of tonnage that these can pull in a trailer. Whoa, he says. Yeah, well. I think we'll leave this for the big one. It is amazing, but yeah, realistically, I think the back weight was the back. Ooh, let's forget how severe that is. Yeah. I think we can sneak the little John Deere in. We definitely need to bring the fuel down there. Not sure whether to, if we're gonna make this home, and I'm not doing that as a we are. If we are gonna make this home, seriously think we need to properly get a proper mod rather than. I do love the fuel canisters, the fact they are so versatile, but yeah, this thing's very thirsty, and the case is, yeah, we really need something where we're paying a contractor. Either the fillable ones, I'm not a problem with the fillable ones. It is a bit more realistic than but I suppose it's a fuel petrol. The petrol ones that don't ever run out are only simulating the fact that you've got a contract with someone who comes and fills the tank up for you. Really, it's neither's. It just depends on how much of a purist people are. Really, some people seem to want to argue about anything, and other people are quite happy to just crack on with, you know. I try to get on with everybody, but and I also try to take everyone's opinion. I'm not just talking about farm simulator now, I'm talking about in life. I think yeah, it's an important thing. Right. We're going to unclip it, switch the engine off, and we are going to watch those. Right, did I check I did, yeah, that was the event. Yeah, the farm tech as well. We've got a fantastic trailer. Right, sleep through till morning. And we keep our eye on the digestate as well. How much it does digest. That's the one difference between our little one and the big one. It digests less than the bigger ones. And I would also imagine the storage on ours. Oh my life. What are you saying? Wow. 91 grand. Let's see if this takes it from our trailer. That would be a coup, definitely. Let's see. Or do we need to manhandle them? Not that the problem. Oh no, it is. Wow. Wow. Excellent. Right, let's see what is on offer to this morning. Still got the event. We have a proper telehandler. Do we invest in it? We could do with one. It would help us enormously, and we can afford it for once, and we've still got quite a lot to digest. I would like a trailer. That's the only other thing I think we need at the minute while we're still in grass work. So I think, what speed is it? 40 kph, is that 26? I think that's one of the fast ones. We're going to go for it, I reckon. Should we go wide? Yes, I think we're going to change the license plate as well. I do. Brilliant. Okay, so then we are now going to sleep through, and see how we get this lockdown. Then it's looking at the digestate in a trailer. Wow, it was a bit of a daring move. It would be nice to have a dedicated telehandler though, rather than a front loader. We can cope with an awful lot more weight, is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but I think our spikes are convertible. Ooh. Is that still... Did I see that? Oh, I think they're... Yeah, I don't think they're... Oh, flickering in winter. I think they're too far back. So don't... Yeah. Okay, that's one way to do it, Mr. Smith. It's, yeah, that works, I suppose, but... No, I'm not going to put that there. If we're going to get a truck, it would sit on there. I was used to do that with the old one that I had. When it wasn't in use, used to leave it on the slab of concrete. Whoa. Yeah. Must be careful not to park on the next farmer's bit of... because that's the bit of grass we've swapped. That's... yeah. Okay, Gordon Bennett is flickering. Just get rid of one. Oh, excellent. So how much digestate? Let's just have a look in our production and see what is left to process. None. It did that straight away. It's just the payout of energy, isn't it, that it'll be doing then later. So we have 105 tons of now, if I remember rightly, this is the best month for selling digestate, so I can't speed up time. I'd have to make it into a monster session. Yeah, slurry yard is it. That's almost like a great demand, because if you look at the price fluctuations, 752 and we're at 746. So it is time to act. We have. Yeah, let's forget about that for a minute. We want the big one. We're going to need to rush up to the shop. Grab a dolly. No, we didn't buy a dolly on this Let's Play, did we? Right, we need to go grab a dolly, and we need to decide whilst we are... Oh dear, that is very bad. We'll grab those on later. That's not so important now as the digestate. Yeah, because we are... every hour we're going to lose money. I am well chuffed with that though. 70,000. We've already spent 50 odd grand on it. That's 120,000 we made, and that's not including selling the digestates to the slurry yard. So, yeah, I don't regret my decision. We could buy fields already. From when once we sell the digestate, we will. Oh, this flickering giants! Please fix this. It really does ruin things. Yeah, and this has had the latest driver today of NVIDIA, and it's even specially done for FS22. Is even one of the NVIDIA games that's been optimised. So yeah, certainly not down to graphics driver. Right, let's have a quick look. Let's turn it down to times half. It's not. We're not cheating or anything. Not really. We're not doing anything that field work or anything. This is just us. There's our little telehandler. Excellent. Welcome to the team, JCB. Right, let's have a look there. Oh, I never did look, did I? The D83. Oh, we don't need a trailer now as much as they are. You can see I've reloaded them though. Yeah. Now that is tempting. Do we need another tractor though? Do you know, I think we're managing with the team we've got. Especially now we've got a dedicated telehandler. It's a shame we bought the front loader and that for the... Right, it's always handy for the adapter and that, truthfully. Oh, now hang on a minute. Haven't we only got the little one? 12 grand. I can buy the... Yeah, I can buy a fantastic one though for 18 anyway. So no, we don't really need it. The Robo 6 is tempting, but I'm not sure. I think we've got enough. Oh, yeah, right. Let's look at trailer. So we're going to need a... Now, yeah, this is very dear actually. I don't know whether to lease this once. It's 4 grand to lease. I only know this because I did it yesterday on... Yeah, 4,029 for 50 tons. We have 100 and something tons. Was wondering whether to buy that for 29 for 12, but it's, mind you, I don't suppose we've not got far, I suppose, to actually go. Be a bit more in keeping with the... it's a bit of a monster. If we were going to drag things over the map, I can totally understand why I would think and go for that one. Now let me just have a look. I'm sure we've got some. Now that's the other one, but again it's the 25 tons one, where then becomes a little bit, yeah, but 5 tons. I don't want it at 5 tons either, because that's just right. I think it's in animals. I think the others, or is it slurry tanks? I don't think it is. I looked at this yesterday, and I know there's some in here that have got multi-purpose that do slurry in that as well. I'm sure I am right. Ah, yeah, they're milk and... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just the water ones. I thought there was... yeah, it was that lizard that I was seeing actually. Yeah, logistics tanker. Here's a point. Is it worth buying a TLX? It's still cheaper than a... Mind you, it's still the Unreal section, isn't it, really? Same as this one, again. It's 5,000 standard and then goes silly. I think this goes to 50. Yeah, it says Unreal and it is 50 ton aside. Do you know, I think we're going to go for the normal one. Now, let's have a look in slurry tanks. I'm sure there was, but I don't... There is one that I would like. I'll show you which one I'm on about. That's true, that does... Can that overload as well? I think it can. There is one I did try that you can do that, definitely. I can fill it from other... Can you... I swore as well. That is quite a... I've never looked at that in that light, actually, but that's 55 tons. We could lease it. Let's see if it... Because it's probably me that's misunderstanding its uses. And I've never used one before, but I've tried the... Not the Dewports, the... That was... I thought was a good thing as well. The Goma for a tanker with a 3-point link. What have I used? One of the little ones. The Meprazet, that's it. This was good, but again, it's just the 8-ton limit. Yeah, the Meprazet was... Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to lease... Let's do something a little bit different. Let's lease the Grant. See if this does what I'm unsure. 70 horsepower to pull that. I'm not sure. Right. Hoping I'm right on this, but if not, it was worth a shot. Right, so it might totally not fill and not empty. I've never considered using this for this purpose, but everything's worth a shot. Things can be used for the wrong purpose. It's only like an auger, I suppose, really, isn't it? But liquid form. Oh dear, other side of the road. Right, now this will be the interesting thing. Can we fill it, or do you have to fill it with something else? That's the point. It's got to be filled by something, so I would have thought you could load it from other things, but we shall see. I would imagine if it's an augury type, it looks like it's got a pump section at the front, so that would mean it'd have to pump from somewhere. We shall see. Anyway, I'm not going to second guess all the time. So, right. Digestate. Moment of truth. Ooh. Or we can fill it. Can we overload? I would have thought so. It's got pipes at the front that... Yeah, so that's its purpose really, isn't it? So I would have thought we could, but again, if it does, then we will buy one of these, because it would be useful not only for this, but if we ever got a slurry tanker. But this would be its main use, if I'm honest. But I'd never considered this one, if I'm honest. Even the tanker actually yesterday when I was filling, that was very slow as well, filling the proper big one that we just looked at. Very slow. Wow. Yuck. That does not look pretty. Okay. No, it is literally for overloading liquid tanks or slurry. Okay. Interesting. I did wonder. Oh well. Now we have another problem. Ooh. Stuck. Oh, it's low. Right, now that I've wasted all that money, right, we now need to, let's go grab the telehandler. Can I? Trailers. Now then, okay, I think we're sort of stuck in a way now through that. Yeah, I think we'll buy the junior. We will, and fill level indicator, yes, and we'll keep it black, I actually like that. Right, let's go to the thing. It should have a trailer hitch, should. Let's also... Let's go and repair it. And also, let's go and pick something, let's just see if I can, I'm sure I can. I love how the steering on it. Yeah, we can. Fantastic. Right. I'm sure we'll be over. I just hope we can, otherwise we've just got 50 tons of liquid in that we can't. Oh, of course I've switched in my settings for a video I did on the Rizu Forest. I switched all the fill things off. I always have those on. I know it is... No, not info. Interactive zone markers. Yeah. I always find them useful, the chevrons, otherwise you guess. And I've seen a few of Mr. CDPs, he switches his off, but then he doesn't remember exactly where things are. And I think then it's counterproductive, that is in itself. So I think, do you know, all things considered, I'm just going to keep them on. People know what they are. And also, for people who don't know the game, they are very useful. Right, so if we drag this with us... no, we're going to come back this way. I'm just going to see if I can reconfigure... Oh, that's the point. How am I going to grab it to reconfigure it? I need a front loader as well. if I can sort of push it towards the toolbox. So I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you can this one, but it would be useful. Ooh. Okay, now that wasn't really what I was aiming for. No. We'll do this properly another time. Yeah, we've already extended this long enough. Let's just grab that trailer and get this sorted. If we can. If I make a mess, if it won't work and it won't overload, then we'll just do what we can, and then I'll come and see if I can find out a bit more information. I've never used that before. Typical. Let's see if we can overload from it. I would have thought we could. To a traditional trailer. Right, so then, still 40 grand, and we bought one new thing and one thing in the sales. Did I check the sales this morning? I can't remember. I think I did. I think it was this morning. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, horrible flickering. It does drive me crazy. We just got rid of the autumn one, and now we've got winter whenever there's snow or frost around. To open the top. Some of them you need to open the little portholes, don't you, to fill it, but no. Right, now then, moment of truth. Now, where would the fill thing be on that? Oops. Can we overload at the same time as... Let's have a look. No, you can either do one or the other. Oh, I overloaded it back in. It wasn't the cell tray. I do love the fact it shows you what you're taking on these trailers. I saw it on yesterday, whatever you've got on, it does the icon for the game in massive. So I think that's fantastic. This is going to take a while. I think I'm going to time-lapse this because this is going to be a bit of a beast, this particular bit of the session. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. And that is where we're going to leave things. Wow, that is phenomenal. We've still got these 3 bales to put in next time, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to try to keep the flickering away, as not look as much as possible. Yeah, so here we have 2 new bits of growth. We've got our production producing terribly well, and we have for once made an awful lot of money at this back end. At a time where we would normally be on 30 or 40,000, we're now 118,340, and we bought this for 29 and that for 48. So yeah, we would have almost on hand 200,000 from owning our own production and the partnership with Mr. B with the slurry yard. So absolutely, choose your partners wisely. Yes, they can certainly help you. That's a fantastic round. I'll put time up to normal now. I'm going to leave it there because it has been a monster session, but I am sure you'll all agree. Now we need to know what we need to do. We've got the telehandler. We're going to literally, I'm going to see if I can convert the bale spike for this. Or we could go big bag winch, but no, we've stuck to spikes and proper things traditionally all the way through this, and with using the extractor, to be honest, I don't feel any needs to change. I think we're managing quite well. We should be able to do larger slabs with the JCB. We shall play around with that to see what it can cope with. Also, there is the weight that you can buy for the telehandler as well, so I might get the smaller of the 2 weights to assist and see what we can go up to with this, because that's what it's made for, that type of physics. So yeah, we shall see, we shall investigate. It will be useful for many things, definitely. The capacity on the buckets are bigger as well for the telehandlers. So yeah, well, anyway, that is fun for another session. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey. Hopefully, in fact, shall we speed? Yeah, let's go through to March, so that I can talk without this flickering. Hopefully. Yay! Smashing. Right. Excellent. And this is, yeah, 1 more growth stage. It's on the 2nd growth stage, so next month this should grow to full growth. Let's have a look at my favourite time of the day, see if anything's come through. Wow, Massey on special, that is good. Wow, big one. I saw 325 horsepower, 100 horsepower little Massey. Yeah, I'm sure. I seriously think we've got enough tractors. I don't. The only thing may be that the little John Deere could be replaced. I always wanted that to be a yard tractor, but now I've got the telehandler. I don't know whether it's just going to be the mowing machine. So the telehandler's an extra thing that we didn't have before, so I'm not sure. If I was, perhaps another John Deere and just have the 2. One thing I would like, I've wanted this for a long while, and that's a second mower. I think we'll buy a second Batwing if I'm honest, so that we can get these fields. I don't know, it doesn't take that long, does it, really, when you think about it? I don't mind doing that, and I do like having teams working. I suppose it would get the field done quickly and then you could windrow, so maybe I'll mull it over, I'm not sure. Please, any comments on direction? I'm not sure. That is quite a good chunk of money. I don't know whether we should. I'm waiting for comments, I really am, on what you all think about moving properly, so that we would be. I think I made mention of it last time. Oh, does your mouse goes funny that first time? Yeah. Field 44. It's a very reasonable price, and 45 is not bad. 136 got that generator, but I did like 40. Seriously, I know we can't afford it right now. That's I do know, but that's not the point. Yeah, seriously thinking about if we're moving down here, but we also gonna need to build a bit of a yard, definitely. Oh, I didn't realise we actually do get that windmill. That is our land. I was worried about putting sheds on that. It is ours at the end of 39. Oh wow. So I could actually put some sheds there. Let's have a quick look. I know it's been a bit of a monster, but it's nice to wind down after all the hard work, if I'm honest. It's nice to have a bit of fun. I think we've done very well. Truly do. So I think we get 3 cuts out of this, but I'm seriously not. I think personally, if we were going to shift on this, and I'm saying if, this is not a definite, if we are, that I'd probably rip that field up. I'd get the first cut out of it tomorrow, and I think then, oh, mind you, that's a point. No, we could turn it around in a day. Yeah, we could reseed, so we'd need a seeder, a planter, or whatever. But yeah, there is some good 4 meters, so we could put some sheds on this. This is our land, I didn't realise. Yeah, but it is, it's tied to us, so we've got a massive section here that we can develop for our farm. It would be smashing. We could stick it next to this beast. So yes, yeah, we've got scope now. It's fairly flat as well, so we could put something quite considerable here, which would be nice. Routes, if anyone's got any suggestions, other productions, not necessarily. I mean, I'm quite happy with the one production we've got, but if there's others that lend itself, or whether we want to go into animals, it's, yeah, definitely now's the time to do that, I think. But yeah, so fields, or personally, this is my gut, is I think we should do a year on these as is and earn a bit of a nest egg, and then aim for the doing next year as arable fields. So to get these 2 fields, I don't want to be planting another one. I think that would be a bit wasteful. We can do this in one session, these 2 fields. Maybe another mower, I think, would be useful. Trying to think, will there be enough? Have we got enough tractors? If we have the little, yeah, if we use the Fendt GT and the little John Deere as the 2 mowers, we've then got the case that can do the windrowing. Yeah, I suppose that's the thing. The big one is awkward. Yeah, it is actually quite tempting to buy the small Massey. We don't need it doesn't need to be a monster. How much is that for the bigger engine? 33. Now we can, there's a special 3-point link for the masses that you can also buy, so it could also do that. That would make a perfect little mower though, it really would. Just for light duties, just like the little John Deere. I think we should get our equipment right this year, and then literally, I don't want to keep spending. I know it does look like that, but I think that and a mower. Do you know, let's manage with what we've got for this year. We do need another mower though, so I am going to do that now. I am. That's not needed, but I think it'll help. So let's go for that. Also would make mulching twice as quick as well. Light system, yes. Mulching, no. And by, yes. Right, and that's where we're going to leave it. So 2 mowers for next session. We'll get those 2 mowers. I do think in time probably another little tractor for just mowing. I think we'll have the mowers stroke mulchers. I suppose, yeah, I'm being silly, aren't I? Why don't I just buy another John Deere? They are very reasonable, just like the one that we've already got. It seems very appropriate when you consider that the John Deere mower... Oh, that's a point. How much difference in speed? There's 2 kph. Let's get the little 1630. That's capable of... Yeah, it can pull it. It's on paper it's 75 horsepower, but yeah, it can actually manage. Oh, it's not my smart TV. Google's decided to suddenly change channel on me, and I can't see anything now. Right. So, yeah, where were we? Thank you. Right, so I think, I'm not sure, I think I'd sooner have a tractor that can do a little bit more for a tiny it's only 3,000. I think to go for the 100 horsepower is definitely worth it. I think that same as we've got already. And it is 100 horsepower for 15,500 with no cab. I think that's what we're going to go for. Should we go front loader attacher? Do we need an adapter that much? No, let's not. Right, so we have 2 mowers. We have the John Deere's as dedicated mowers. Now that we've got the telehandler, we don't really need the other one to be doing that. So that is where we're going to leave it. 87,375. Fine-tuning of our equipment. And yes, we have got scope for sheds and that down here. So yes, please leave in the comments what you think we should do, because I am all ears, I truly am. But on that score, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.